Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, and community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9.
Welcome to Helping Hands with your hosts, John Neiman and Judy Ritchie.
Hi there. This is our March edition of Helping Hands, and with March means that we're going to do an Unsung Community Hero Award again. Here we're off-site, and we're in a conference room at Aurora Medical Center.
And we're going to be recognizing a group rather than an individual. And these are very special people who are used to volunteers helping them. And what they do here at Aurora is tray favors and other things. They're giving back to others to thank the people that are actually helping them.
Yes. So it's a total surprise for the group called Covey. They'll be here shortly, and we're going to surprise them with the March Community Unsung Hero Award.
Attention Roku and Apple TV viewers. Oshkosh Media's GovTV and Life TV are now streaming live on Roku and Apple TV with many programs in HD. Simply search for Oshkosh Media in the channel store on your Roku or Apple TV device and install the free Oshkosh Media channel. Open the channel to access live streams for either GovTV or Life TV. If you're one of the many who have decided to cut cable, you can still watch live local programming, government meetings, and community-produced shows and content on your favorite streaming device. Don't forget to check out Oshkosh Media online at oshkoshmedia.org or the Oshkosh Media Facebook page for schedules and more information.
Hi, it's the John and Judy Show, and we're here at Aurora Medical Center, and we're here for a very special reason today.
We definitely are, and we had plans for a lot more people being here today, but unfortunately, Mother Nature took a disliking to us with our special plans. So a number of the individuals that were originally scheduled to be with us are not, and so we'll catch up with them later.
I don't know if you guys know this, but in conjunction with Oshkosh Media and the Friends of Oshkosh Media, we do a special award that we started last year in March, and it's called the Community Unsung Hero Award. And guess what? For the month of March 2019, Covey is the recipient of our award. So you guys are on TV with Oshkosh Media.
I do not want to be. You can be on because you are adorable.
Oh, so we really
awesome.
We really appreciate what you guys do, and we talked about it a little of our intro of our show. Brittany is part of Propel, and Propel would come to Aurora every other week, and their group would make cards or tray favors for our patients' food trays.
Right.
And then she went back to Covey and said, "This is a great thing. We should do it." So you guys started coming to make the cards for our patients' food trays. And as Judy said before,
What I've heard so much, and this goes back to when it was cerebral palsy, to the name change to Covey, is that the people that you're providing services to at Covey are so used to volunteers helping them that it was kind of a easy decision to make that your folks wanted to do something to give back to the community in exchange for the help that they were giving. So that was why, one of the really big reasons when we talked about honoring Covey, it was what we felt so very appropriate. And I mean, these are special people that you're working with. They are a very integral part of the community. And we don't talk about disabilities, we talk about what they're able to do. And they're able to do many things far beyond what some of the uninformed in the community believe. So they're terrific assets to the community.
definitely. And this is
Brittany. Do
Brittany.
you want to say hi?
Can you say hi, Brittany? And look right at the camera.
Look at the camera over there, hon, and just talk into the microphone.
Hello.
And what
Hello,
kinds of things
puppies.
do you like doing at Covey?
I usually help out on the day off. Good.
Oh, did I just hear that you like to go bowling?
Well, I used to go bowling in
You
school.
used to? Do you have a good score?
Well, I have a spare on that school.
She got a spare. You did get a spare, didn't you? You got a lot of spares.
Do you want to tell us, because this is really interesting too, because we supply the crayons, the markers, the cards. We give them ideas on cards to make. They make cards for our patients' food trays. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring, which we know is around the corner. But
Brittany brings her own supplies because she's used to using them, and she can do a better job with it. So
these are your markers, Brittany, and is that your own paper too?
And my own paper too.
yes.
Well, Brittany, do you want to hold this for
You
the
wanna
camera?
hold this up for the camera?
Because this is what we're presenting to Covey.
So they can see your
Is
beautiful face.
you are our community unsung hero for the month of March 2019, and we really do appreciate this. And you guys, this will be on Oshkosh Media, and they even do a little thing on YouTube, because we really do want to recognize what you do. So can we pass the mic to Ashley?
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little about what this means to get your clients out in the community and doing things?
It means a lot to me and them. They love being out in the community, doing different things, trying new things that other people think they can't do.
And how many people do you serve with your agency?
The whole agency,
Yes.
probably hundreds.
Okay.
It's huge.
It's huge. And it covers a wide range of disabilities, not only cerebral palsy, but developmental disabilities, my understanding?
Yes.
All sorts of, so kind of give us an idea of who and,
We do services for anyone, for all different sorts, Down syndrome, autism. If they're capable of walking by themselves or not, it doesn't matter. We take care of all of them.
So can we talk about what it takes to bring the people here to Aurora to do this? Because I know that you drive your client, but what does it take to get people here?
A lot of them have caregivers that bring them, or they take the bus to get here, and they all enjoy it so much.
Some of the more independent ones can do that.
right,
And
right.
that's encouraged.
I take care of
You can take the bus.
To me, that is just amazing, because you're giving back, and the cards that they create are all so different, and they're so cute. And I really do have to say Donna is here, because Donna helps coordinate this project with Propel and with Covey. The patients love the cards, and they keep the cards. We put them on their breakfast trays.
Okay.
And sometimes if we have a lot more cards than we have patients, we put them in the cafeteria for people to take, and they're gone, and they take them. So we're just so appreciative of the work that you do, and I know it was a surprise. This was a surprise. We called and set this all up as a surprise. I'm very upset that the weather did something to us, but it's great to have you here, and you can just tell the joy that you have. She's proudly holding up the certificate, and I also have a bag of goodies here.
To go back.
too. And they were chosen for a reason. There is a heart bracelet in here, and there's a heart sucker, which we won't tell the dentist about. But then there also is one of the scratch hearts that you can scratch your name, or you can scratch anything and put it wherever you would like. So I have a bag full of them here that can go
For
back,
Ashley, you can take them back.
Okay.
because we really do appreciate all that you guys do. And you know what, Brittany, I don't want to tell you this today, but there'll be no card making. We
So you
just
came
called
out-
you here to give you guys the award, and that way you can go home also before the weather gets worse or
I'm so glad
anything.
we came.
Yes, I am so glad you guys
we-
came too.
We are too, and
Yes.
it was such a nasty day, and to be such a dedicated volunteer, to be able to come out with her and bring her,
And she's proudly showing the sign, which makes it all worthwhile. So we're very, very happy to have you all here. And Brittany, we're so glad you came and brought your own supplies. And I hope the whole community just rejoices with us, recognizing Covey as the March 2019 Community Unsung Hero. Stay tuned, and we'll be back for our second segment of our March edition of Helping Hands.
Problems. The ones most people don't have the stomach for. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. In unforgiving cities, desolate towns, and seemingly docile suburbs. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community, because change doesn't happen alone. Hope isn't a one-man band, and there's no such thing as self-taught or self-made. We have one life. To live better, we must live united.
Hi, and welcome back to our second segment of our March edition of Helping Hands. This is where Judy and I talk about what's going on in our community events, programs, and things like that.
Right. And actually, we'd like to thank the group from Covey for coming and sharing their excitement of the Unsung Hero Award. And when we talk March, we talk all sorts of things, hoping that winter is gone and spring is coming. But one of the things that is really, really important year-round is blood donations. And there's a blood donation coming up on March 21st here at Aurora. And John's got some more details.
It's 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and walk-ins are always welcomed. You can make an appointment, but we do take walk-ins. And as we had for the last one here, we had quite a few walk-ins, which really made the difference in the number of pints of blood that we collected. So if you'd like to call 456-6000 for more information or to make an appointment, as Judy said, the blood drive is on March 21st, 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
And remember, there's always a need for blood, and whether you realize it or not, there's a shelf life, so they can't hold the blood indefinitely. Another event, or actually it's a drive that we're doing here at Aurora, is a Community Help for the Homeless drive through March 11th. And we're collecting anything from hats, gloves, mittens, hand warmers, shelf-stable like granola bars, hot chocolate mix, anything that a homeless person can carry in their backpack and use throughout the day or throughout the week.
Right. And so, and the important thing about this drive, and you've probably seen the boxes in our community, is that everything stays local. It doesn't go anywhere else. So whatever you donate here in Oshkosh stays in Oshkosh and goes to our warming shelter, to Father Carr's, to St. Vincent's, to the Salvation Army. So they're also looking for non-perishable food items. We always know that tuna and peanut butter are pretty big items.
And crackers.
Yes, and also cleaning supplies and personal hygiene items. So look for the boxes, and if anything comes in after March 11th, we'll make sure that we deliver them to the sites.
Well, and again, the need for these items goes on, and the police department and the fire department also use them, or the Red Cross. So we always have a home for those articles to benefit someone else in the community.
Mm-hmm. And then here at Aurora in our cafe, we're having our annual Books Are Fun Collective Goods sale. Part of the proceeds from this event, our cafe, go to our Patient Experience Fund. So our care team members here can do special projects for our patients. It's also, it's just a wonderful sale. It's not just books, but it's lots of different things. We offer this too because we know that our caregivers here at Aurora work very hard, and some work double shifts. And between the clinic and hospital, we have 1,000 employees. So this is a chance for them on their breaks or on their lunch hour to go shopping and buy some items.
Absolutely. And remember, Easter is coming up, and I'm kind of the meanest grandma in the world because I don't give the grandkids or the great-grandkids a lot of candy, but I do give them books and games and cards and things. And they think it's great because they've got something that lasts far beyond the tummy ache.
Right, and the dentists probably like you very much too then
I would hope so.
for not giving out the chocolate and all the sweets and everything.
Well, they get a little bit, but it's really nice. And along with that kind of follows, when we give the books, we're helping to build a lifelong skill, a lifelong interest, and just setting these kids up for success.
Definitely. So that's March 13th and 14th in our cafe. And then something that's near and dear to our heart and to the heart of all the not-for-profits in our community.
And National Volunteer Recognition Week starts on April 7th. And you'll find a lot of the nonprofits doing events that week, some type of recognition. Back when I was doing Meals on Wheels, it was always a meet and greet with the volunteers each day and the chocolate. They looked forward to the chocolate, but I think they looked forward to my visit and seeing them face to face instead of the voice on the phone.
Right. And the neat thing about our community and our volunteers is they don't just volunteer here at Aurora or at Oshkosh Family or at Mercy. They volunteer all over. So the cool thing was we all get together and we get phone calls saying, when are you having your event? Because they don't want to have the event on the same night because volunteers want to be able to go to all of the events.
Absolutely. And when we talk about volunteering, it's not always the on-site volunteering, it's what's done off-site. It's, for instance, there are some things that I do that are grant writing or proposals and things that benefit agencies. We've got people that serve on boards.
Boards and
we
committees.
both of us serve on boards and committees. So there's a lot of ways to be involved.
And this is a way for us to publicly thank all of those groups who do things, whether it's the Wisconsin Warmers who donate all of their handmade items, or Lakeside Quilters, or the Public Library, which gives a special bag of books and materials to every newborn in our community. So here at Aurora and also at Ascension Mercy, all of those groups, it's a chance for us to thank them for what they do. Project Linus, where would we be, especially with this winter that we've had? We've given out lots and lots of blankets.
And it's nice to remember, too, that with the blankets and some of the quilts that you get, you put them in the chapel so that when families are going through a crisis situation or where they have a family member in ICU, family member that's dying, they can go, they can have that quiet time in the chapel, but they can also take that blanket or quilt, and it's their forever quilt that gives them some additional comfort.
And speaking of the chapel, too, you just made me think of something, the Painted Rocks. We have groups in this town, whether it's the university or whether it's Oshkosh Rocks, who keep us well supplied in our chapel with a basket of rocks, painted rocks. Sometimes it's just the rock with a word on it like faith, hope, strength. And you would be surprised how many people come in the chapel to get that rock. They carry it in their pocket, they give it to someone else, they put it on their desk, and it's all done anonymously or free of charge.
Well, and there's also the fun of taking that, taking a picture of it or whatever, and then placing it somewhere else for someone else to find, and how far some of these rocks travel.
Which we like to do here once the snow is gone. So once the snow really is gone, and we hope it's gone, we also hide them on our campus, like you said, and so people can walk outside and find something that's so uplifting, or they hide it again and they share it. So,
and the Healing Garden is a great place for that.
Exactly. So National Volunteer Recognition Week is for everyone to stop and to thank all of the volunteers who make everything possible. And for us, it would also be the folks at Oshkosh Media who volunteer their time and services to help us with the programming and all of that too. We're very grateful for that.
What we look at in terms of volunteering, and we talk about on a lot of occasions, our country was built on volunteerism and the neighbor helping neighbor. And more as I'm going through things that come to me through the Committee on Aging, through some of the caregiving, some of the other things, is exactly using that phrase, neighbors helping neighbors. And it's a good feeling. And this winter, with all of the snow and the ice and everything, that's been really important. The neighbors who, when they're doing their own driveway and sidewalk, go out and do the neighbors, who, because that older person hasn't been able, next door or down the street, hasn't been able to get out. they take a meal over or offer to go grocery shopping for them. And it's all about caring for others.
And just checking on your neighbors. We had a neighbor in our neighborhood. He just had his hip replaced and had therapy being done. And he was out and he snowblowed the entire length of the block for his other neighbors. And I was just like amazed at that, thinking that's really what we're all about. It is everybody helping everybody. So Volunteer Recognition Week is just a chance for all of us to put the spotlight. We do it all year round, but it's a chance to put the spotlight on all those community volunteers and the volunteers at all of our not-for-profits to say thank you.
I'm going to throw one more thing in there when we talk about the neighbors helping neighbors. I have a lady that lives in my building, and she's legally blind. She was recently hospitalized here. And there were concerns with the therapists and staff as far as how well she could do at home without having any family in the community. And when they discovered how much support system there was through all of the neighbors in the building, they said they wish they had more people who actually had family in the community that could do that. So it shows what that human touch, that caring for others really makes.
Really, it does. So it's nice. We also welcome your opinions on what we should talk about on things going on. Also, when we're talking about the Community Unsung Hero Award, which we just gave out for March, it's done every other month. So if you know of someone in a church group, in a PTA, at any business who volunteers and you think deserves recognition, please contact myself, John Neiman, at 456-7013.
Or Judy Ritchie at judy.richey@aim.com.
That was a mouthful.
It is.
To say right there.
I don't give out my phone number here.
Well, we really want to thank you for watching. We really do appreciate you a lot, especially this being our 16th year on the air, which is just amazing. It means we're getting older, but I think a lot of good is being done in our community, and we really appreciate all those volunteers. So thank you for always watching our show, Helping Hands on Oshkosh Media.
Well, thank you. I'm Judy Ritchie, Community Advocate.
And I'm John Neiman with Aurora Medical Center. Thank you for watching Helping Hands, and stay tuned for our next edition of Helping Hands.